Hey, buddy.
Hey, good to
Uh,
see you.
I like the sailboat. Hey, first off, I want to welcome everybody to the very first episode of this weird little thing I came up with called Between the Meetings. I don't know if some of you have ever seen Zach Galifianakis doing his Between Two Ferns thing. I just love that oddball type of situation that people do. But hey, I brought my buddy here, David Maldow. He's going to help us out. And what do you think, David? You kind of dig on this idea what I'm doing here?
Yeah, I love this idea. When you first approached me with it, I'm like, oh, this is brilliant because we're spending so much time in meetings and we're associating video and we're stuck on video with being in meetings, work meetings, boring meetings, PowerPoints. And
Well,
video is also for between the meetings. So let's
you
have some
got
fun between the meetings.
you got to do those meetings. I mean,
Oh, we have to.
important for everybody to to understand that having meetings like that, like we do, it is productive. It does get stuff done, but we're missing something. We're missing that human connection. Um, we have all these virtual events, and the one which are cool. You can do a virtual trade show booth. Yeah, that's all right. But the one thing that you're missing is that personal reaction of seeing one of your buddies walking by in the on the carpet in front of your booth and calling them in and say, "Hey, what's going on? What have you been doing lately?" And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the "What have you been doing lately" thing.
Yeah,
So,
have a real conversation.
David, tell me about why are we on a sailboat and what have you been doing lately? Because I know you've been doing some interesting things. So, so you just walked by my booth. I grabbed you off the carpet. You're hanging out with me here. Tell me what's going on.
Well, this is what I would be talking about you if we're in a booth. I've been doing some things to have more fun with video. And I actually got into it before the pandemic, but it really, like everything else, it blew up with the pandemic. The more time we're stuck on video, the more fun we're going to have with it. Um, and like anything new, there's always some quirks and flukes. This is our first one we did together. I need to adjust the settings on your chroma to make your shirt a little better.
Actually, you know what it is? We're actually finally getting some sunshine here.
And I don't want to click the controls now
Yeah.
because I don't want to blow up the software. I don't adjust anything in midstream. Oh, there we go.
We're
There we go.
fine.
Uh, but I was using this software for a hobby, streaming on Twitch. Twitch is the website where the kids stream their video games.
Yeah.
And I was applying it to business meetings. Just I don't want to do too much of my own fancy stuff here, but really quickly, just in a normal meeting, some software now allows you to put your backgrounds, but it's different workflow with each software and the controls can be limited and some don't even have it. So I just have a way to have my background, whether it's a video background, a PowerPoint, moving background, anything I want to put behind me and anything I want to put in front of me. Everyone's always excited about the name and title bar. And those are just the first obvious examples, but these kind of things in just a normal Zoom, MS Teams, whatever software you're using call, it really seems to have more of an impact. It makes the meeting less boring.
How, how
Uh,
hard? How hard is it to do?
it's not that hard to do. And let me get back to, oops,
Ah,
there. I put us in the water there. We were swimming for a second. I lost our boat. And no more tricks because that's not the vibe of your show. Um,
no.
but it's really simple, and I've been doing this and helping produce shows for friends like this, as well as using it in my own live things. People see it and they say, "Oh, I've seen videos like that before." The thing is, it's live. We're doing this live right now. We're on YouTube Live. Actually, we might even have, if you have anyone in the chat. Hello, YouTube Live chat.
Hey,
Yeah.
how you doing?
So I finally put together a course for this, and I really designed it to be for anyone. The ease of use is it's someone who's been on a Zoom call, been on an MS Teams call, been on a Blue Jeans call, something. You know how to set up your camera, you know where your microphone is, you know how to unmute yourself. You're not a complete noob to video calls, but you've never done anything like this before. You have no idea where to start. You don't know what software I'm using. You've never even heard of it before. So a complete, absolute 100% beginner, but someone who knows what a webcam is, who knows what a video camera is.
So you have like a course or something, right?
Yeah, I came up with a course. You could see it at virtual presenter. I should make sure I get it exactly right. Virtualpresentercourse.com. And actually, we have, if you go to, thanks to your partnership, if you go to virtualpresentercourse.com/video 360, you'll get a 25% discount when you click through to the
Cool.
checkout.
Hmm.
And it's 10 lessons with one bonus
All of my
lesson.
big fans.
Yes, well, and I do know that there's a lot of people using Video 360 cameras for many years. I've been covering them and working with you there, and I know that's not the point of this at all.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of happy people out there using cameras, using Video 360 cameras, and they could be using them on a sailboat or wherever they want to be
Cool.
now.
So other than that, what have you been up to? Playing guitar? Doing your thing?
Playing a lot of guitar and still doing, Let's Do Video is still doing what we've always done. We still, support our sponsors, cover the news, put out our weekly when we can, video podcasts, product reviews, the old school analyst stuff. I'm still an old school analyst. I'm just really having fun with the new stuff. But yeah, you want to talk about guitar?
Well, sure. Okay.
Yeah, this is, because you're right. The point of,
We're
of,
so
of between
used,
the
we're
meetings
so
is
used
not to
to
just
doing
be business. I'm sorry.
We're so used to doing a pitch.
Exactly. And part of the point of this, when you first brought it to me, is not all business, and so far it's
Yeah.
been all business. So, I haven't talked to anyone about this. I'm really excited. For 20 or 30 years now, I've been a guitar owner. I've had a guitar. I knew three chords. I could play "Smoke on the Water," but and about 4 years ago, I started playing every night. Started practicing every night. And now I can play hundreds of cover songs. I know so many riffs and everything.
Really?
And yeah, and I'm really proud of myself. I did it, and a lot of it has to do with streaming. It was hard for me to motivate to practice sitting alone in my office and with my wife in the other room saying, "That sounds terrible." No, I'm sorry, she's not like that at all.
Ah,
She's not like that at all. But it's just an obvious joke. I couldn't help but go there. Um, it's hard to motivate just sitting alone in your room to practice. So I started streaming on Twitch with all the kids just so that someone might show up and say, "Hey, can you play this song for me?" So I wound up being encouraged. Instead of practicing 10 minutes a night, I practiced 2 hours a night. And it came together, and now I'm feeling pretty good about myself. What I'm really excited about is, about 3 months ago, I got over my ego because I had this "I'm self-taught" ego. I'm self-taught. I learned everything myself. I didn't take any lessons. I have my own style. There's a real big self-taught ego thing with guitarists. But there was stuff I wanted to learn that I couldn't learn myself. So I started taking guitar lessons. And I have
okay.
this amazing
Did you do it
guitar
online or
online.
yeah?
Yeah, we actually use Discord, which no one's in our industry has heard of.
Yeah, I know Discord.
Discord's huge. It's like 200 million people on it.
Oh,
Um,
that's weird. Nobody knows about it.
it's crazy. It's crazy. But that's where the Twitch community is and other communities. So, and it has video. And yeah, we meet on there. And in the last 3 months, I've made more progress. I understand what I'm doing now, and everything's starting to be cleaner. My rhythm is better. Um, so it's just something I don't. Usually when I tell a story when I'm doing a podcast, I tell a story. There's a lesson at the end of it, or it ties into something. I got nothing with this. I'm just really happy about it, and I feel good about it, and I wanted to share it. I'm taking guitar lessons, and I love it.
It's of course I have this sitting in front of me at desk all the time.
Oh, nice.
That drives my wife nuts. I know like one or two or whatever. And I'm shitty at it. I don't care, but I don't have an audience, and it makes me feel good. So I don't care.
I will say,
Uh,
it's just such an obvious joke to drive my wife. My wife is very tolerant, but
at least
Weezer
we,
"Sweater Song" and "Sweet Child of Mine" by Guns N' Roses. Those two songs, it would be unkind of me to play them anymore because those are riffs you practice over and over and over again. They're really hard. So getting those riffs, I played them so many times that I could see her
I'm,
cringe.
I'm I'm a Zepp guy.
I'm
Jimmy, my hero
I'm
as far
working on a Good Times Bad Times right now. That's what my teacher has me working on currently, is that song.
ooh,
It's
tough one,
it's a
tough
little
one.
above it's a little above my level.
Yeah.
I'm
It,
having fun with it.
hey, have you ever seen the movie? I think it's it might get loud. I think that's the name of it.
I've seen a lot of clips of it with Jack White and the
Wyatt
Edge.
and Edge and Jimmy Page. Brilliant movie. Just you
Yes,
need to watch it. Just brilliant.
they do the Kashmir riff.
Yeah. Well, that's the song.
Yeah,
You know, if if I was to only have one song to listen to for the rest of my life, it'd be Cashmere.
yeah, and it's fun to play, but it's a different it's a non-standard tuning. So if I want to play it, I have to really like commit to it because I have to take the guitar and retune it just for that one song. And it's not like yeah, it's not like a tuning that there's 30 songs that I could play. It's like it's just that one song. It's the only one I know that has that. So
Right. I think it was during that influence that they had with the Morocco, and they were doing a lot of stuff in filming some videos and whatnot down in Northwest Africa,
oh
in,
wow.
in Morocco and Libya and all those areas. And that's where I think that the influence for Kashmir, obviously, if you listen to it, that's where that influence came from.
Jimmy Page was a sponge. He was just
It's like
he was a
it's the
musical sponge.
best song ever. I don't care.
Oh, it's such a good song.
Yeah, you can argue with me all day long. I'm not going to change my mind.
No, I can't argue with that. I mean that was one of the reasons I learned to play guitar was that song.
Yeah,
Led Zeppelin, but Kashmir in particular. I'm like, I'll never be gonna.
God, it's such an amazing song. I've noticed that you're starting to hear a lot of their catalog playing in commercials and movies and various venues where you never would hear Zeppelin before.
Yeah, it
So
was
I
hard to
can
get the rights.
I can just imagine what the old folks' homes are going to be like when I finally hit those. Yeah, definitely not going to be a lot of Lawrence Welk playing at those old folks' homes.
The Zeppelin and Van Halen. In
Yeah.
the Avengers movie, when Thor with his lightning hammer comes down, they play Immigrant Song, and I'm like, they had to. It's the only song that works there. It's
Yeah,
so perfect.
right. Yeah,
Whatever they wanted for it, they had to pay it. They had to use
yeah.
that song. So
That
perfect.
was the one song. Well, this is the type of thing that we're missing when we do our regular meetings. It's just like, and then we go on and we go crash into another one. So it's day after day, Zoom wall of Zoom wall people. And, now I'm going to change it. I'm going to try to do this a little more with a lot more of my friends. And I hope you'll come back and join us again. And maybe I'll play the harmonica. I doubt it, but I don't want it. I don't want the series to end that quickly. So, but yeah, maybe next time around you can play something for us.
Sure, sure. Yeah, I don't have it hooked up, but I could if you let me know
Yeah,
beforehand, I could
yeah,
hook up and play you. We
yeah,
could do name that riff. I know like 30 Led Zeppelin riffs. I'll play it and you tell me which song.
cool. But David, this is like perfect. It's like 12 minutes now we're at this. I don't want to burn up anybody's mind with sitting around listening to us jabber. Um, what's that webpage again for your lesson
It looks
plan?
like the page put it in the chat. If you do virtualpresentercourse.com/VDO360, it'll give you the coupon in the checkout.
Cool. Well, I'd encourage everybody to.
And this
that-
again, this is such a great idea. You're right. This almost felt awkward because I'm so used to keeping it to business and keeping it to pitching and keeping it to
Yeah,
helping my clients and I haven't been having this conversation and it's like it feels like a weight's been lifted. It feels like I've been needing to do this. So
all right, right on,
great
man.
idea.
So I'm glad it helped at least one person in the world out. You know, if that is, my day's complete. I can go practice my harmonica some more.
All right. Well, with that, I'm gonna get ready to click the little stop button.
I need a lot of it.
Need a little practice. Yeah, we can jam maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to be checking social media to find out who your first or your second guest is going to be, your next guest is going to be, and when it'll be.
I'll reach out. I'll find some other guy that's burnt out and wants to just chat.
Awesome.
So
We'll see it on Twitter.
thanks for coming by my virtual trade show booth.
Thanks for having me on your boat, and thanks everyone for watching.